the many pies you made us. A is for the apple in his eye. D is for the dish they made the pie in. D is for the apple in his eye. Why? Because we love you. Put them all together, they spell.
Make me feel it.
Daddy.
At least it's nice to know the Max is starting to offer something for everyone. Zack enters and immediately cuts to the chase that the gang is going on yet another one of those tropical ski trip escapades everyone keeps raving about.
Unfortunately, we don't have any money.
I heard it's so hot that your thighs stick to the seat. Funny, I never recalled shoveling a path to my grill down by the beach house.
Prepare! Have your winter boots ready, have your winter jackets ready.
In this situation, the gang has no money to go, so I plan on something that you can only meditate on during Tai Chi group classes.
Man, see you're ready for the trip.
What are you talking about?
Well, you got your ski poles. Oh, I'm sorry. Those are your legs.
Lisa demands a waiter to wait on another spoonful of nothing, so she gets a waiter to get a waiter.
Can you find our waiter for us, please?
No, this I cannot do, for he hath gone to a better place.
What do you mean?
He's in the bathroom.
Solution: bring in another bad Shakespearean actor on a budget. Nice upgrade, Max.
My name is James.
James, you should be an actor.
I am an actor, and to prove it, I will now act like a waiter. Tip is not included. Check.
After Zack rummages in his mind of all his scheme, money and settled on one idea to raise money that is completely Belding proof, and that is to raise money, and that is to have a carnival.
Zack, your ideas only help you. That's selfish, that's unfair.
A carnival.
That is a really great idea.
Yeah, that's one way to raise money nowadays. If you were in elementary school wearing cartoon underwear on your ass.
You're cute, dude.
How can you fund a trip when you can't even afford proper carnival equipment? The absurdity of these writers baffles my mind.
You're cute, dude.
They go to Belding's office for assistance, and Belding is like, hey, I let you guys get away with working hard, but barely studying to pull off the school's GPA to acceptable standards. So sure, if you're hosting so I can be the publicity hound that I am, then I'm buying.
Good idea. Do it.
That's good news for the gang, but not so good for our favorite absentee student, Zack, who is pulled to the side by Mr. Belding, where he is informed that he has been failing several classes and he will be phoning his father for a one-on-one meeting.
Do you know what the letters F, F, D, and C mean?
Find feathered dogs and cats.
No.
That's okay. I love this game.
F, F, D, and C are your grades.
Seriously, NBC, save your going to call an audible now, switching from pleasure to pain.
Wow. Hey, I didn't know I was doing that well in math. C.
Zack would rather have his mother come in, but Mr. Belding denies the request, for he feels a stern authoritarian character like your father is more likely to dish out punishment while he repeats the fringe benefits of dating teachers at the end.
He's also got no idea what kind of student you really are.
AKA Miss Carrie Bliss. Remember, Zack.
Well, you gotta love her, sir.
Back in Zack's room, we meet Zack's father, Pete Morris.
You buy 100 computers from us and I'll knock off 20%.
I want my mommy.
No. Back up a sec. Who is this pretty fly for a business guy?
Hi, Dad.
Your mom said you wanted to see me. Is there a problem?
Problem?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the sweet Pete who snogged Miss Bliss back in Indiana for a little bit of that forbidden fruit.
Well, yes. Oh, but it's not mine.
Ever since NBC bought back their baby from the Disney Channel, it's pretty obvious now that the writers pretty much said fuck you to any storyline related to Good Morning Miss Bliss.
Yes, yes.
So not only was Zack's father recasted, but also went under a whole new name change from Pete to Derek Morris, computer salesman.
Listen, these seats are so close that Magic Johnson's gonna have to dribble around you just to score. All right, I'll see you later.
He certainly is a man who exhibits really odd, quirky behavior that has become quite commonplace in our hustle and bustle business world today, such as obsessively taking calls at random.
Hi, Dad.
Your mom said you wanted to see me. Is there a problem? Excuse me, just a minute. Now, what were you saying, son?
From associates and clients at every given minute of the day.
What's the matter? Something wrong?
Actually, Dad, the truth is that...
Excuse me, just a second.
So to answer that universal question that all fathers face with a son who is crying for help, he responds with a simple, hell no he won't, go especially an underachieving dumbass such as yourself.
You know, son, if I were your friend's father, I think that I would ground him. Actually, I'd ground him for life.
Morrison foresees his hell playing out like a Rip Van Winkle nursery rhyme as he sleeps 40 days and 40 endless nights while being interrupted by the gang recast by Fiddler on the Roof.
Who's here?
How have you been, Zack?
Oh, fine. Jesse?
Zack refuses to be sedated and climbs out of the window, even though his father hasn't handed down the grounding yet, nor has he been reprimanded. So, I guess he's running away from his dream sequence?
Something wrong?
No.
No, you're failing, and when the principal meets your dad, you won't be able to go on the ski trip? It'll be sadder than the end of ET.
Who knows what these writers are on? Someone must have spiked their coffee with LSD.
Wow, you're really good.
Zack can't stand the fact that Mr. Belding wants his real father to come in. He hires the stand-in actor James, who takes great joy in poking into the lives of his customers, all for some chump change from a high schooler.
Would you like to hear tonight's specials? To begin with, we have the French onion soup, followed by an Indian curry. Is very good, very, very good indeed. And for dessert, we have a German chocolate cake. You will eat it, you will like it, there is no choice.
What a slurmy way to stay busy in between casting jobs.
If you were my son, I'd let you go skiing.
You would?
Now on to the fun for stacking the trip with some overly complicated and contrived plot devices that take effect.
Mr. Belding, this is my father. Dad?
Hello, I'm Derek Morris.
Seriously, Mr. Belding, Zack has been part of your school for how long? And you still don't know what his father looks like?
Nice to meet you, Mr. Morris.
I'm on a very tight schedule, Mr. Birding.
No, it's not Pete Morris. He went and found himself a supervisor, Sergeant Joseph Catrayer, as part of the CHIPS Highway Patrol.
So if we could just get on with this.
James' portrayal, so to speak, consists of a stroke and brain damage effect with a slight twinge of Tourette's, where he really brings home the hard ass.
Feel that 2 weeks extra help after school would be beneficial.
2 weeks?
I don't agree with that.
Good one, Dad.
2 months is more like it. I'm gonna get Zack the toughest tutor money can buy. And I'm gonna make him study an extra 6 hours every night.
Mr. Belding buys it, for James is no more worse than all the other cardboard carbon copy cutouts of the stereotypical teacher's casting catalog.
Cares about the isosceles triangle anyway.
I care.
Mr. Belding cries out uncle and insists Mr. Morris accompany Zack on the ski trip for some much-needed reconnecting.
Not so bad.
Oh, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
No, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
No, really, he is. You're right, Mr. Belding. I'll let you go on that ski trip after all.
Head to the Bayside Carnival, which for a gang that is so broke that they can only reach into their pocket and only feel their legs, surely set up a lot of shit in a short amount of time.
Cute.
See what you're missing, baby?
Screech, on the other hand, well, seems to have clash with his own gender identity, admitting his true feelings.
Cute.
See what you're missing, baby?
Jessie, on the other hand, makes Slater feel her heat.
Very tempting.
Don't even think about it. Of course, you're a girl, so it's not like you could hit it anyway. What I like about you, Jesse?
You throw just like a girl.
Yeah, she's got him by the balls, all right. Zack, on the other hand, has to let the cat out of the bag by having diarrhea of the mouth, spewing the plot to the person most likely to be in the witness protection program for Squeak and Screech as to what's going on.
Screech, I did it. And James was so tough, Belding will never call on my father again.
Mr. Belding then hands Zack a letter to give to his father to invite him back to the school, as well as to chaperone the ski trip, while Belding puts on his Columbo solving skills to find out not only what happened to P. Morris, but also where is his head at.
Boy, is he wrong.
The post office must be run by Mr. McFeely because mail travels fast. As we jump to a next scene, Zack Morris bringing in his real-life father, Derek, to meet James Imposter Belding.
Hello, I'm Dick Belding.
James butters up that little fraud of joy to Derek's liking.
Problem, Zack? Why, Zack is the most improved student we have at Bayside. Just look at these grades. A.
Zack's spidey sense detects a great authoritarian disturbance in the force and alerts Screech to distract Mr. Belding with nerds.
Hey,
Not now, Screech. I'm waiting for an appointment.
Mr. Belding, come quick. Someone poisoned the chess team.
It's a sick world.
Derek, however, sees a new computer and can't help but geek out on it and demands to know the lease on it.
Is that an XR7000?
Why, yes, I guess, yes it is.
What enlists do you have on this, Mr. Belding?
I don't know.
True PCs are now leased on the corner of every school, but in 1989, it's a little hard to come by.
No harm in trying.
Couldn't they come up with a better excuse for James to be there that doesn't make the writers look like they haven't read a single copy of PC Magazine?
Why, I don't believe I've ever heard those two words used in the same sentence before.
In the bathroom, the nerds are doing just as bad pantomiming as James is as his acting, and the nerds haven't demonstrated any bowel movements to go with it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, we're not happy nerds.
What's going on here? You guys are faking, aren't you?
Zack gets his father out just in time to get James to implant Zack's fake father, but that's not before he's assaulted by Belding, before he can get into character.
Belding, I can get you a better lease on these computers. I'd like to do that for you. I'll call you.
I got you now.
Sir.
You thought you had me, didn't you, with the chess team, the nerds, the Poison Ovaltine? But you didn't, because I knew something strange was going on in here.
Mr. Belding, the only strange thing in this office is you.
The carnival is off and running featuring Slater, the strongest man on earth. Not if Arnold can help, but if that gets your pecs in motion, so be it.
Do you have talent? Well, if so, then you are way ahead of Slater.
We're happy to have you with us this evening and want you to enjoy every minute of your stay here. And while you relax and stretch, visit our concession where you'll find something to please you. There are ice-cold drinks, delicious sandwiches, ice cream, coffee and snacks, and many other pleasing treats. Our foods are fresh and tasty, our drinks satisfying and refreshing. They're so good.
You get more out of life when you go out to a movie.
My only safety concern is why host this game right above the pin the dart on the unsuspecting asshole.
2, 3, go!
How was that?
Stupid, dumb. Did I mention Pinhead?
Jesse then informs Slater that the object of hustle is to make them think you're all hype and no muscle, so that the rubes will pay you more money.
What are you talking about? I killed that guy.
Yeah, and dead guys don't pay $1 to arm wrestle.
Jesse rigs the event to get the humiliation started.
You're mine.
Go!
I beat Slater. You're not so tough.
How could you do that to me?
Lisa, on the other hand, was traumatized from whoring herself out for kisses the previous time back on the Lisa Card episode. That prostituting for pennies is all she's good for here.
Hi, this is for me, and this is for you.
Yeah, I'm sure the school has consumer lawsuits against such illicit practices. Zack Morris, King Carney himself, has got his shell game locked down pat, featuring stereotypical stoner surfer part 2.
That one. Wow, you're right. Hey, if you would have bet $1, could have won a prize. Oh no! Oh yes!
While that is going on, Slater is now taking tickets for a Dunk a Tyrant in a Tank featuring Little Richard.
Get your tickets now and be the first ones to sink Mr. Belding in the dunk tank.
Zack's real father, Derek, enters to check out the scene and decides this is the best time to harass and heckle a principal whom has no business to change computer suppliers on his watch. Before Zack can get his father away, Slater offers him a chance to slam dunk Belding.
Show us how it's done.
No, I mean, come on, Dad.
Oh, hey, why not? It looks like fun.
Right.
Hey, give it your best shot, old timer.
He wholeheartedly accepts, and after some over the hill, back in my day talk, which are the things that would make Jesse go boom, he puts Belding in his place.
Oh! Hey, good arm.
Yeah, well, I pitched a little bit in college.
Oh! Was that a boys' college or a girls' college?
Finally!
Oh, gee whiz, I'm sorry, I just had to dunk you.
Derek then is about to reveal his true identity until Zack keeps up with the waterboarding, keeping Belding submerged.
Oh, what's your name, fireballer?
Well, I'm Derek.
Zack, I am calling your father.
I'm right here.
You're not his father. I am the principal, and I know his father.
Yeah, a little corny, cliched, but hey, I like it.
Seems to me they got it figured out pretty well.
After exchanging who's on first, what's on second, they finally are clued in as to who really is stirring the shit here.
Zack, ski trip is off.
Zack is then sent back to his room. The phone keeps ringing as if he has a lot of girlfriends. Hey, like father, like son. Am I right?
Why couldn't you just be straight with me? Why couldn't you just tell me you were having trouble in school?
Dad, I try to tell you, but you're not that easy to talk to.
Excuse me, son.
That's what's happened to us.
Does get in touch with his feelings, and they begin to have their Fred Savage Wonder Years moment by taking up some bounding down at the old swimming hole for some fishing over Southern California bikini patrol skiing.
The big fishing trip we took, huh? Where you fell right in the lake.
I didn't fall in. I jumped in after my retainer fell out.
Yeah, somewhere there's a catfish swimming around with perfect teeth, too.
I just hope we're all cool now as to who Pete and Derek are, if that's too much trouble to ask.
And you will remember to bring your books, won't you?
Oh, Dad.